So, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the chapter. We're going to be working on editing chapter 3 of the Excel textbook now. And before you can do anything, you have to be able to do selecting in Excel. So, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my functions. We talked about absolute references and relative references before. So I can get my averages, I can copy and paste all the way down. And then I can do the same thing here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Now, you'll notice something. I come over here, I do the auto sum. I can click average. It assumes. Excel thinks I want the numbers above it. And I hit that button, and I have my little marching ants. That's, it looks like there's a moving line going around the box. And that's called marching ants. So I can get my average. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Select it again. So here's another selection way to do it. I could select these cells if I wanted to. But most of the time you want the average for a column to be in the same column. The average for a row to be in the same row. And again, copy. And relative references means that this will now look at this column. That's the beauty of Excel. This will now look at this column. You can copy a formula from here and it'll take the same formula except apply it to the new cells. So here's another way to select. You just click and drag. Select your selection. If you want to select a whole row, just click at the top. Whole column. Letters are columns. If you want to select the whole row, you click the number to the left. If you want to select the whole sheet, click the triangle over here, over at the upper left. And of course, click and drag to select a selection. Okay, and the appearance changes when you do that select. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete a bunch of cells. There's a couple ways to do it. Clear, so I can just clear all. I can clear formats, contents. If I just clear contents, this is what happens. I'm going to do Control Z, which is the undo. Here we go, undo. Control Z. So that's one way. You can also just hit the delete key. That's another way. You can also, here's something different. You can cut and paste. Cut is different than delete, than clear. Let's try something. So I'm just going to clear all. Now I'm going to try to paste it. I can't. Paste is grayed out. Control V doesn't work either. Okay. Control Z works. There, I've Control Z'd it. That's what happens when you clear. But when you cut, and then you click and you paste, it moves the cells. It moves the contents. That's the difference between the delete or the clear, delete key on your keyboard, and the cut and paste, copy and paste. We can copy this to a new place just by clicking and dragging. There we go. There's that. It's real hard to see. Right down here at the bottom little corner. I should be able to move it. Okay, it'll change to a plus sign. Come on, change to a plus sign. I think, no, it's not that kind of plus sign. There. That's, oh, here we have the arrows. There's the move. It's hard to do. I mean, it takes some finesse, fine hand movements. Okay, undo that, put it back where it was. Um, Now here, I've started a spreadsheet, and why? Okay, yeah, it's 1. Good. So if I want to get numbers 2, 3, you can do an autofill. Again, it's grabbing. Wait until it turns to a plus. Remember when it turned to the all arrows type of plus? There's 3 kinds of pluses. The all arrows kind of plus lets me move, essentially, move the cells. The regular plus without any arrows on it, if I drag it down, this is what happens. It autofills. It says, oh, the first cell was 0, the second cell is 1. I presume you want to just add 1 each time. So Excel guesses that this is what you want. So it's a neat little trick. It's a fast trick. It speeds up your work, is what it does. And then, of course, we can do the formula. Equals oops, there it is, squared plus 5. And I forgot. There, I want to refer to this cell. I don't want to use a variable name. The values of X are listed in these columns, and then you can copy and paste this. And we saw that behavior earlier. It changes the reference. So now the value for X is 10 in this case. The value for X is 5 in this case. There we go. Okay. Now you can do the copy and paste to a new spreadsheet, by the way. So let's try it. So copy, I'll use Control C for the copy and make a new spreadsheet. Control V for the paste. And there you go. So you don't have to limit it to just the spreadsheet that you're on. Formulas, though, you got to watch out for, especially if you have absolute references. So if I copy these formulas as is, it'll work just fine, because now it's referring to this cell. It's referring to the cell to the immediate left, and that's your relative reference. So copying and pasting in this case works fine. If you had some other formulas, it might not work so fine. Okay. And of course, to move, Control X. Let's see the move. Let's do a move. Now, yes. So I've done a Control X on the previous sheet. No longer there. But when I cut and paste, which is moving essentially, between sheets, you'll notice now the reference is to sheet A4. Let's see if it can be seen. Oops. I want you guys to be able to see the whole formula. Okay, there we go. There. So now you'll notice it's referring to the sheet 2. It's not referring to this cell. It's referring to sheet 2A4, which is this cell. That's what happens when you cut and paste between sheets. Okay, let's pick it up with the next video.